This original song was created by the Trump resistance movement. We are the resistance.
We are the resistance.
Ladies and gentlemen, historians and conspiracy theorists, cable news addicts and exhausted bartenders, please rise for the cautionary tale of the man who sold America a gold-plated mirror and convinced half the country.
It was a window.
He came down the escalator, yelling fear into a microphone, talking walls, bands, mobs, and enemies at home. Turned cruelty into branding, made rage into a sport, sold stakes, coins, NFTs, and justice by the court. Every scandal made him louder, every lie became a cheer. Truth got waterboarded nightly in your uncle's favorite spear. Kofi hit the timeline, nobody knew what it meant, but somehow that was normal in the age of discontent. He mocked the weak publicly, praised dictators privately, called the press the enemy, then screamed about society. Kids in cages at the border, pandemic spun like ratings, inject disinfecting, maybe millions watched him while waiting. Tax cuts for the billionaires that piled to the moon, grift stacked upon grift while he danced to his own tune. He sold the country vengeance wrapped in red, white, and blue, said only I can save you, and enough people said true. Oh, the rise was loud and gaudy like Caesar with a spray tan glow. Everyone in light was flashing red, but half the country loved the show, till the empire cracks beneath them under all the gold and rot, and history carved in marble. This is what the anger bought. He turned the White House lawn into a billionaire theme park, ballrooms, birthday fight nights, vanity after dark, portraits hung like propaganda, flags stacked floor to roof, a government of loyalists all allergic to the truth. He sold pardons through the back door, held democracy for ransom, turned a coup into a fundraiser, so the merchant called it handsome. January smoke still lingered, but accountability stalled, cause cowardice in Congress kept pretending he stood tall. And every late night rant online got stranger by the week, caps lock prophecies at 3 a.m. from someone half asleep. Truth Social looked like bathroom walls inside a haunted bar, where paranoia and dementia fought hard to drive the car. The base began to fracture, the faithful started leaving, even diehards looked exhausted, trying hard to keep believing. Oh, the fall was slow then sudden, like a casino losing power. 1 minute he was screaming winning, next minute wilted like a flower. Poll numbers hit the basement, worst the country ever saw. Even Fox News got nervous when the base started to withdraw. Then came the Epstein questions, the files he swore he'd show, but somehow 3 million documents got buried down below. Nothing there, the lawyer said, move along, don't pry. But the MAGA base don't buy it, they know someone's telling lies. And Iran became the quicksand, war without a clear way out. Mission drift and oil spikes and generals whispering doubt. He swaggered into crazy talk like it was reality TV, but history grades much harsher than the loyal punditry. Now look at him wobbling sideways at the podium rail, hands bruised purple underneath the makeup pale, one eye swollen shut, neck rash peeking through the tan, cankles hanging over flush, shines like a tired old man. Can't stand up straight no more, keeps drifting off to sleep mid-sentence. He forgets the plot and calls himself elite. He keeps inventing villains to explain his slow collapse, like the world's one giant conspiracy instead of consequences snapping back. And the mansion that he occupies looks half condemned now too, construction dust where history stood, like the republic finally knew. You can't gold live corruption, you can't wallpaper decay. Truth eventually leaks through and the voters walk away.
All the slogans, all the hats, all the rallies, all the stands, all the judges, all the threats, all the grifting businessmen, all the culture war
distraction. All the manufactured fear couldn't stop the older story. Truth outlives the chance and cheer. The rise was built on grievance and the fall on his own hand. A man who sold himself as king, then slowly sank in sinking sand. Now the echoes sound pathetic, where the chants once shook the hall. And the greatest con he ever pulled was convincing them he'd never fall. In the end, it wasn't the prosecutors, it wasn't the journalists, it wasn't even the opposition, it was pride. The kind that mistakes applause for love, the kind that thinks power means immunity from above, the kind that keeps climbing higher after the ladder's already on fire. And pride always wants one more